I wouldn't suggest going for Wraith Fire Blast in here early on. And then another thing is that it's almost guaranteed that you're going to play against Elsie +1. If you're playing Elsie, if you're playing against Elsie and then Shadow Demon, the magic stick is really good. But this is going to be Elsie and then Shadow Shaman. So I would suggest going for Tango and then going for this item, Ring of Protection, because their main damage in this game is going to be right click. Especially it's going to be Elsie's lane. Which skill should I take? I mean, I'm not saying that the Q is really bad early on. I'm just saying that since you don't know the lane yet, but it's better if you just don't level up a skill in the first place. Like there are times that I would see Wraith King instead of going for Wraith Fire Blast, since there's no kill potential in this lane. You can only be good in this game or in this lane once the Spirit Breaker has level 2 with Charge of Darkness. So that means you can wait for your Wraith Fire Blast or, you know, get level 2 to skill this one. You can go for Mortal Strike as well to secure the last hits, like every 4 seconds, and then it doesn't cost mana as well, which is a really good thing. So let's see how it works in this lane. Of course, you're just gonna deny aggro. You're going to contest it, but yeah, it's fine. Deny. Okay. Tank it first. Yeah, denied in the face. Denied in the face again. Denied again. This is really hard. That means the Elsie will have faster level 2 than you, since she's able to deny like 3 creeps. If you have the crit in there, you will have that last hit, and of course this one as well. Yep. You failed to last hit. Something that you need to practice. If you have this Mortal Strike level 1, it's going to be much easier for you to last hit, because of the guaranteed crit every 4 seconds. Magic Wand, as you can see, 2 minutes into the lane, you haven't have any charges yet, because they're not using any spells at all. So this is not gonna be useful. You're getting harassed by right click, Mortal Strike here. Yep, just aggro or just stay back. You cannot contest it since the Crypt Equilibrium is in their favor. And then your Spirit Breaker is pulling. Maybe it's going for level 2 as well. So yeah, you might need to put it in here. Nah, you decided to play it under tower. This is actually a bad thing, because if you play it under tower, it will be pushed in, and then the Crypt Equilibrium will be played in here again. It will be played again in here, since it's going to be pushed out, like here. It's going to be in their favor again. But if you did play it in here, you'll be able to control the lane, like possibly in here. Because the creeps will be busy in here, will be fighting in here, and then they cannot contest it. The only play that they can do is by pulling here, and then Spirit Breaker can interrupt them. And then you will possibly deny the full wave to the enemy, which is actually big. But yeah, let's continue in here. Orb Venom on LC, really good. As you can see, you're receiving so much damage, but most of them is physical damage. I actually wonder if you have Dota Plus. Nah, you don't have Dota Plus, the subscription, because if you do have Dota Plus in here, you will see the type of damage that you're receiving in the top left side. You will see it. Even under tower, they're going on you. And now you're looking for the Spirit Breaker. I mean, you should not blame the Spirit Breaker for that mistake. It is your mistake in the first place. I mean, you should salve yourself right here. Like, put yourself in the healthy spot, because they have fortification as well. I don't know why you're so confident about this. Like, even if you have the charges, you cannot use it, because they have stuns. If you fall 50% again, 50% HP, they will commit to you. You really need to work on the last hitting department. Last hitting, do you know the creep aggro goes? Like how it works? The creep aggro thing? I mean, yeah, you did it just now. Which is actually good. But you need to abuse it more in order to not be in a dangerous spot. Yeah, if you aggro that creep, it will follow you and then you'll be able to last it. Oh, you don't know exactly how it works? Wait. You can go for some video online about the creep aggro, but basically whenever you issue an attack to the enemy hero and then the creeps are near you, like 500 range, they will attack you instead of the creeps that they're hitting. So I can provide you some links for you to read more about the creep aggroing. Wait, what is? I mean, yeah, just do a Google search instead of this one. Do a Google search. We can try it on demo as well later on this game. Boots, maybe go for chainmail first for the armor. I mean, boots is fine for sure. But yeah, same concept goes. Most of the damage that you're receiving is physical damage. It's not magical. And they're not spamming spells. Don't rely so much on your Spirit Breaker because you cannot control his hero. You should rely on yourself because that's the hero that you are playing to begin with, right? Last hit under tower. Do you know how to last hit under tower? Like how many hits? For the tower to destroy or to kill a melee or range creep. Last hits, yep. You're having serious issue when it comes to last hitting. I mean, even your enemy failed to do so. But yeah, the biggest problem that you have is last hitting and then creep aggro. I think that's because of, you know, you have very limited games, very few games. That's why you're not so experienced when it comes to last hitting. It's a mechanical or hard skill that you can easily learn by just playing the game. Chief Vest, this is really good on you for farming. Face boots, farming. Yeah, I think it's actually a good choice for you to just leave the lane. But since you're jungling Ghost, you don't actually need to go for reincarnation at level 6. Might as well add more point in the Mortal Strike because this one will help you farm. Reincarnation will not help you farm because this is your second life. And yeah, you wanted to fight. Go for Shadow Shaman instead if you want to fight. If you go to the LC, it's going to be hard. Yeah, you're actually pinging. So here, another thing goes. If you want the skeletons to be effective or be efficient, you need to cast the Vampiric Spirit first, your second skill, and then you go for the Wraith's Fire Blast, like the Q, because as you can see in here, it doesn't say in here. So here, if Wraith King has summoned skeletons, casting Wraith's Fire Blast on a target will order all of the skeletons to attack that target. So here, you already casted the Wraith's Fire Blast, and then you're going to cast the Vampiric Spirit. But look at your skeletons. They are not chasing the LC. Only one chased the LC, and then, yeah, it's not so efficient when it comes to the damage. But if you go for second, and then first, all of your skeletons will chase down this LC. Keep attacking. Yep, keep killing. Middle is missing. Are you going to... Yeah, that's really magic wand, magic wand. Yeah, you're alive. Keep farming, keep farming. Go in here. Yep. I really didn't know that. It's fine if you don't know it. Broom handle, give it up. Yep. This is actually much better for farming. Chip vest. Not only it will sustain your health with the additional HP regen, also whenever you're attacked, it will reflect some damage. But I actually want you to stop going in here and then focus on just farming. Especially you're alone against two of them. I don't think you will achieve much in this lane. Yep, as you can see, you're fighting and then you're not getting the last hits. I mean, you got some shared golds and experience in there, but it's not that efficient. Let's put it back here. So you have like almost 1.3, right? 1.3. After the kills, you have like 1.4, right? So it's only like 200 golds. But if you just keep on farming, you'll have more than 200 golds, and then you'll have more experience because you're taking it alone. Here, you're sharing with the hoodwink. So this is not that efficient. Might as well play around here in the jungle in here, and then play in here and the ancient camp. It will give you a lot of golds. Because you're a safe lane, you're a carry. You're not supposed to be fighting. You're supposed to be farming right now early on. You will fight once you have like Radiance and then maybe Blink Dagger. That's the time that you can actually fight effectively. That you're so strong. But right now you're not that strong and you just need to get your timing. The good timing for Radiance is possibly 17 minutes average. More than 17 minutes or more than 20 minutes, it's actually bad Radiance timing. Yeah, of course it is safe. And you got the kills. But again, what I'm saying is that it's not efficient when it comes to the farming. It is good, but the better move is to just farm. You get soul experience, you get soul golds, and you're not getting interrupted. So you're just gonna farm in here. Face boots to move from under here. I'm going to fast forward. Basically we're just looking for your farming pattern in here. Wait. 6. If you finish all of them, you will have like 8 charges because you will gain 1 charge every 2 kills. I mean, the max charges right now for the Vampiric Spirit is 8 skeletons, which is much better compared to 6 skeletons for farming. So you need to be more careful about the casting of this Vampiric Spirit. 8 skeletons is much better than 6. Farming. You're almost relic, sacred relic. Sacred. 15 minutes relic. Actually good. Maybe you'll get the Radiance like 17 minutes, I think. If you will not be interrupted. But yeah, you managed to kill that one. That's good. Bottom lane is actually free. You're getting the kills. You're getting the farm. You got the Radiant now. You're at Radiance now. Okay, you got Radiance. You have ulti popped. Keep farming again. Now you're much stronger because you have Radiance. But you should not be playing in here like so deep. You don't have ulti. Good thing the enemy did not punish you for it. Elsie is here. I think you're dead. Are you dead? No, you're not. Keep farming. When it comes to your farming pattern goes, I will really suggest that you play in here, in this area. One of the reasons behind this is that you have the ancient camp. Holy shit, one shot. Once you have the ancient camps, this one gives a lot of gold. Look at the bounty, 80 to 90, and then the experience is like 124. So this is really high when it comes to the experience. If you think about the melee creeps in here, 36 to 41, almost for the golds and then experience. And then here, XP bounty, 85. But if the ancients, we're talking about ancients, this is really high. So, why did he rush Moonshot? I don't know why he rushed Moonshot. Maybe just to annoy people. You're fighting so much. Another trick that I could help you with, when the Shadow Demon is going to cast the Q on you, like the disruption, it will create two illusions of you, right? And then the illusion, since your radiance is active, the illusion have radiance as well, which is burning you. Illusions deal like 35 magical damage, but it is going to be AoE. So if you know that the Shadow Demon is going to cast it on you, might as well turn it off. Turn it off, and then once disruption is done, turn it on again. Or I don't know if they fix it. Like before, when Shadow Demon casted the disruption, and then while it's active, you can cast it while you're being disrupted. Right here, you can cast it and then turn it off, and then when you're back, the illusions doesn't have the radiance active. I don't know if it's fixed, but that's how we actually do it. I need to try it as well in the demo, just to make sure. So I have two things to try in demo. First thing is the creep aggro to show it to you, and then this mechanic or this interaction of the spells, disruption and then radiance. Those things. So yeah, just keep on farming. That's the best thing that I can do for you. You don't need to fight right now. Be content with just farming. They're not pressuring you in the first place. So why you are stopping yourself from farming? I mean, you're not even farming heroes. With Radiance, you cannot easily kill someone. Because you need like 1 or 2 more stuns or 2 more people to secure the kills. We don't have reincarnation. This is really dangerous. Good thing that the team is with you. But the point is, you don't have reincarnation. Better if you just played safe. You're so aggressive. Enemy is not punishing you for it. If your team is creating so much space, abuse it. You know, how can you abuse the space? It's simple. If you play in here for the longest time, when your team is engaging in the mid lane, if the team is engaging in the mid lane here, you can actually push this lane and then push the tower with the skeletons. That's one way of securing or abusing the space that the team is providing. But they had very strong late game draft, so I wanted to end early. I don't think that they have the edge when it comes to the late game. I mean, Wraith King is actually one of the strongest late game hero. Of course, if Jug is more farmed than you, you'll lose. But at this point, it's only 23 minutes into the game. You are solving a problem that doesn't exist. Like at this point, they're not even killing you, so might as well just take it, you know? Take the farm. Now you're contesting together. So yeah, you need to have a specific game plan, Ghost. Not just because you think that their draft is really good in the late game. You need to have like game plan, like early game, mid game, and late game. When it comes to the mid game, how can you formulate a game plan? You need to have info about the enemy first, and then also with your team. Given that you have the advantage, like the Hoodwink has a really good start, really good game, and then the enemy doesn't have a good game, I don't think you should be concerned about fighting them in the mid game. Like right now, you can actually fight because you have Sanjin Yasha, which is actually a huge power spike for your Wraith King. But now, when you have the item, you are not actually fighting, right? There is a time that you are going to fight, and there's a time that you're going to farm. And this is the time that you should fight because you just completed your item for fighting. But you are actually doing it, which is good. Really good. Shadow Blade. Maybe get detection as well. Like the Shadow Fiend actually broke the smoke. And then he just used Shadow Blade. Maybe buy dusts. It's only 80 golds, and then if you kill the Shadow Fiend, you'll get like 200 or 300 golds. Play bottom, get outpost, get level 18. I like the plan. When it comes to the itemization though, Radiance is always good. Sanjin Yasha is good because the enemy have like stuns. Stuns is always good. And then the amplification of healing and then lifesteal is good in a race game. Yep, you win the fight. But I'm not sure about the BKB though, because I feel like you can go for Blink Dagger first in order to initiate. Because if you go for Blink in, they cannot commit on you. You have Reincarnation, and then your team will have ample time to actually counter initiate. If you blink in there, the LC will not have an opportunity to go for that kill. So basically that's it. He got diffused though, but it's not going to be useful. Envy, you're fine. You can actually turn around. Like you're getting Reincarnation, but of course it's going to be 3 versus 5, which is not the greatest. But yeah, Juggernaut TP.
Double damage.
Wait, Quickening Charm. Yeah, BKB is still fine, but Blink Dagger is much better. Just so you can go on top of the target like Shaman and then Shadow Demon, because those heroes are really strong in the backlines. If you just let them survive for the longest time, they will do a lot of chaos in the game, in the fights. Like Shadow Demon can save someone, like what he did to the LC earlier, and then Shaman can control anyone in the front with the stuns, the hex, shackles. So yeah, Blink Dagger is the key item in here. SF burst damage. I mean, you shouldn't be afraid of the burst damage of this SF, because if the SF will go on the Requiem on you, the only thing that he can use is only races. And then you have Reincarnation to begin with, so he's not going to burst you to 0, like kill you. Go Roshan and then high ground maybe, or just go high ground right now. See it right there. You're not getting kill easily because you don't have detection, and then you don't have the initiation like Blink Dagger. So Blink Dagger and then Dusts of Appearance. Roshan is good for all. You have Abaddon. Maybe give it to other hero like Hoodwink, because you're not going to die. Hoodwink can easily die. It's really good of you.
Okay,
Really good.
see if I can murder one before I use the first one.
Really good decision. You can just spin. So this is the problem, right? You're just walking and then stunning people, but they have ways to counter it. But if you have Blink in there, you can go for the Shadow Demon. I mean, you don't need to go. I mean, bottom has range racks only, and LC is real weird. Like why LC wants to duel a target that has Aegis of Immortal. So yeah, the game is over at this point. LC is bad, and then the team doesn't want to play anymore. They don't have. Yeah, they basically gave up at this point. So at this point, the BKB is not being used, right? So might as well go for Blink Dagger, get a kill or two, and then detection. So yeah, do you have any question for me though? Those just want to make sure, because we got nothing in here. Any questions? We already took the bot tower, so we went bot. So when should I go bot? I mean, are you talking about tier 1 or the tier 3?
Saglit lang.
Which lane?
Piraso. Ano
I
yan?
mean, for the farming? Yeah, can you be more specific about it? I mean, I'm having a hard time like guessing which one you're referring. Tier 3. Oh, okay. Since tier 3 has been destroyed and then melee racks has been destroyed, the only left racks is the range, which doesn't have a regen. So naturally it will be pushed because you have melee creeps, like super creeps in there. It's actually better if you just play in the mid lane, because you still have the enemy still have like melee racks in there. When should I switch lane and go farming? If you think that you cannot farm in the top lane, like you're getting pressured, stop going in the top lane. Go to the bottom lane. But since you are actually killing them and then winning the engagement, you stayed in the top lane and then managed to farm still. But the again, the trade-off is that you are not getting solo experience and golds, right? Because you're fighting as well. And then there are times that you could actually die if the enemy is just coordinated because you don't have reincarnation, and then you're still showing yourself. So they don't have initiation to go on you. That's basically it. They were not able to punish you for your greed. So key takeaways in that game is that last hitting, for sure, last hitting, aggroing, and then trading. Like, are you supposed to go, or itemization basically? Because when it comes to the itemization, like early game, you went for magic one, but it's not getting useful. You know, like it's Wraith, it's LC and then Shaman. The damage that you're receiving is from physical damage. So you need to be careful about those things. Basically, you spend like 450 gold for nothing. If you just add something like 100 in there, you will have the chainmail, the item that can actually help you in the lane. So let's try this one, the drop. I tried to hit Radiance. It's off. So yeah, it actually worked. So whenever you get disrupted, Ghost, whenever you get disrupted by the Shadow Demon, you should go for turn it off. In that way, like, there's no damage. So here, if you turn it on, you'll have damage over time. Burn damage, right? So that's the difference. Like 480 HP compared to it's still on, yeah, still on. Go for disruption and then turn it off. Look at the damage. Earlier it's 480. Now it's 600 or 550. 550, 480. That's like 70 damage. So creep aggro. This is the creep aggro that I'm talking about. This is actually global. So here, if you issue an attack, the creeps will follow you, right? Creeps will follow. So let's try it again. The creep aggro. So here, issue an attack in here. The creeps will follow you. And here again, aggro again here. Creeps will follow you again. Aggro here again. So this is actually much easier to last hit because enemy, the creep is here and then the enemy is still here. So they need to walk and then bypass those creeps to just deny it, which is actually hard.
By my decree,
When should we do aggro? If you think that if you're going to last it like this, if you think that it's safe for you to last it from there, like right here, if you think it's safe, go for, don't creep aggro. But if you think that the enemy can go on you, like at this point,
moves of his own accord.
enemy can kill you with their spells, you need to aggro in here. So the enemy cannot actually use the spells on you since you're in their range. So yeah, aggro only to make yourself be in a safe spot. Like being unable to safe spot means the enemy needs to chase you down first. Like go here, let's say you're here,
Among you,
and then if you decided to fight, you have the creeps. I mean, there's a lot of things that you can do about the creep aggro, for sure. But that is the most common way, or most common reason why people do aggro. Because earlier, it's getting denied in your face, right? By the LC. But if you aggro the creeps right here, it's not going to be denied because LC needs to follow the creeps first. Right here.
I'll consider it.
So yeah, basically for securing last hits.
Take a knee, peasant.
But so far, when it comes to your soft skills, like who's the hero that can that will get the ages and such, is always good. But you're not trying to anticipate the enemy's movements. Something like detection, blink dagger as well, itemization, game planning. Yeah, it's all good. But yeah, those are just the things that you should work on. Creep aggro, last hitting, itemization. I mean, don't just itemize for the late game. Itemize first based on how your early game went. And then, who's you're gonna lane against, those things. And also the target that you're going for. Like, always go for the Shadow Demon, Shaman, in that game. Because if you go for LC and then Shadow Demon is near, he will just save the LC. So yeah. It's good to play Lich Boss 5, Boss 4 for Snapfire. They very low tier support. What do you mean low tier support? Like low maintenance support? If that is the case, you could try CM Lion. Since they don't have mana issues. Thanks for telling us. Thank you for your time as well. So, just try to apply those things first. Like even practice. I think there is last hitting arcade in here, or even here in the learn tab. Where's the last hitting in here? And then you'll have the this one, last hitting, and then you'll have the score in here, like rating. And then give me a feedback, like in the server. Tell me if it's effective or not, or helpful or not. If the quality of your game much better. The impact is much better. Like you're not having issues in the early game.
Wraith, you shoulder the burden of a
So yeah, I'll put a check mark on your request in here since we're done. You don't have any questions. Yeah, it should be around like 5K in here. Just nerf support. Lol.